My Carolina. Her and her twin sister became famous as young teens in the hit sitcom Sister, Sister. Now, as an Emmy Award-winning actress and host, Tamera Mowry tells us about her newest partnership with Hallmark.
Then don't go hungry. We're cooking up the perfect fillet of salmon. Come with us to Bonefish Grill for a tasty lunch dish that you can recreate at home.
And this area is no stranger to wet weather, so let's be sure our family is staying safe and dry by taking a closer look at our roofs. We'll talk to the experts about the signs we could have bigger problems coming.
Since the 90s, as fans fell in love with her and her twin sister on hit shows like Sister, Sister and movies like Twitches. Now, as an Emmy Award-winning actress, host, and mom, we're catching up with Tamera Mowry and getting her take on motherhood, life, and career all through a pandemic. Tamera, welcome to My Carolina. How are you?
Hi, I'm hanging in there.
Tamera, I have to tell you that I've been a fan of yours since I was a little girl. Sister, Sister was my favorite show, and it almost feels like I grew up with you and Tia. So I got so excited about a possible reboot on the show, but now I'm hearing that it might not happen. What's going on?
I didn't hear that it's probably leaning on, where did you hear that it might not happen?
Oh, maybe I was reading the internet, I was reading People, and I was hearing that it might not. I mean, is that just gossip?
I don't know. I hope that it will happen. I guess that's where I am. I'm in the process of kind of like just manifesting that it could possibly happen, but meaning that it'll happen like tomorrow, no, because we're not, doing the proper steps to do so as we speak. Mm-hmm. But I always like to think of Sex in the City. I remember people wanted Sex in the City to be a reboot for years, and it just didn't happen. It didn't happen. And so I feel like that's kind of like what's happening with Sister, Sister. Yeah. But now Sex in the City has happened. So That's where my head is at. I'm just putting it out there.
Let's put it out there. We need a reboot. So we know a little bit about the career life. What about the home life? How has the home life been since the pandemic hit for you?
Well, I think we have had our ups, our downs. As you know, I'm a person that likes to be very real. And so I was on a talk show called The Real for about 7 years. And I think I can speak for everyone when I say it's just about, finding a balance of, the family life, work life, physical health, mental health. I feel like when you have those two in check and keep that kind of like as your base, you can get through anything. And I'm so grateful for telehealth services like Teladoc, because that is exactly what, not only I can use to help me with my physical and mental health, but my family as well. There's a variety of specialists that you can speak with 24/7. It's very convenient. That's been like my main thing. I just want to make sure everyone is happy, healthy. When you're healthy, you're happy.
No, absolutely. And to be able to have such ease at your fingertips, it makes things a whole lot better, especially during a tough time like this. Lastly, your career is going in a new direction, and you've just announced like a new partnership with Hallmark. Are we getting to see you in any upcoming Hallmark movies?
I'm really, really excited about my partnership with Hallmark, mainly because their, main goal right now is to bring diversity to the channel. And I am so grateful to have been given that opportunity. I feel like there's this responsibility as an actress and a producer. I've been given a multi-picture multi-film deal with them. I'm already working on my second Christmas film. Yeah, I'm so excited. So yes, I should be shooting that pretty soon. And then also I joined Home and Family to come on there and, just help them. I'm a new family member with do-it-yourself projects, with baking, with cooking. So it's all good right now, definitely career-wise.
That sounds amazing. I'm looking forward to seeing you in those movies. Your PR people are going to kill me because I've gone over my time limit with you. Thank you so much for chatting and updating us on your life and career. I wish you the best.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Roadblocks we can face when it comes to seeking out mental health care, and our friends at 180 Counseling are helping us to tackle them. Today we're excited to welcome Erica Smith. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yes. So talk to me a little bit about minorities and mental health care. So what is that community? What are their feelings about mental health?
Yeah, so there's a lot of different opinions and belief systems related to mental health care and different minority populations. And unfortunately, there's been a lot of stigma around accessing mental health care and what it means to receive mental health care. And it depends on where you come from, how you were raised, but for some people, it means that you're weak if you access mental health care. For some people, there's a lot of fear around accessing mental health care and what that might mean for your family or your future, if something's documented or not documented, or how you might be labeled by a clinician who is also a stranger. And so there can be a lot of fear in accessing those services.
Yeah, so we're talking to a very broad population, but what would you tell someone to kind of overcome some of those obstacles, some of those fears that they're facing?
Yeah, so the big thing I would say, everyone needs someone to talk to, and mental health care is normal. It's part of the human experience. Just like we need to go to a doctor, we also need to check on our minds and our souls, and that's where having a therapist can be super helpful. And you have the right to look for the kind of therapist that you want, right? So if having a therapist who looks a certain way, share certain values with you is important, you can ask for that, you can search for that, and you can also ask questions of potential therapists to sort of assess cultural competency, assess their experience in working with someone from your population, assess how they might work with someone who has your experiences. And those are completely valid questions that a lot of people don't know they have the right to ask someone.
They absolutely have the right to ask. And you have a really big team at 180 Counseling. So tell me some about those members of your team who could really be helpful to these groups.
Yeah, so we have a wide demographic at 180 Counseling, which is beautiful. I am African American. We have a lot of other African American therapists, both male and female. We have Hispanic. We have a lot of different ages and backgrounds and faith systems. And that's one of the beautiful things is, you get to ask questions. And beyond that, I'm not an expert in everything, so I prioritize education. I know a lot of my colleagues also prioritize education. So when we don't know something, one, we make that clear, but we also are open to learning and receiving education on how to be the best therapist for our clients.
Yes, and as you mentioned, that comfort level is just so important. So being able to really pick someone who you can feel comfortable with, trust, relate to a little bit, can really help with that experience. Thank you again so much for being here and offering up this helpful advice. If someone wants to reach out to your team at 180 Counseling for a little bit of help, where can they go for all that information?
You can go to 180counseling.com. It's a great way to access us and see what kind of therapist might be a good fit for you.
Perfect. Thank you again for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Financial is back with us in the studio today. Today's topic is helping your kid cover the cost of higher education. Coach Pete, welcome.
Fun time to talk about that, right? Anytime talk about higher education. And it's higher in price, isn't it?
Right.
That's why they call it higher education.
I was going to ask you, what's the first thing that we should know about higher education and covering the cost? And I'm sure the first thing is that it's really expensive.
Like when you have a baby or your grandchild, that's when you just start saving right then in the 529 plan, because it'll help you with compounding interest. It's no magic bullet, but it really will help you. The interest bill's tax deferred. When you put the money in, you still have to pay tax on it. It's not like an IRA. Right. But the beauty here is all the interest you gain is tax deferred, which means you won't pay tax on that if you take the money out to pay for higher education. So it becomes a good way to grow tax, basically tax free if you're going to use it for college education or education for yourself.
Sure.
So a lot of people start a 529 for a child or grandchild, and that child or grandchild won't go to college. So you could use it for your own self, like go back for some adult education. So as long as it's education related. So there's a lot of different caveats in there, but the magic here is to start soon. As soon as you start, then you have compound interest on your side. We see this in our life. The sooner you start, the better it is, as long as you have it in the right place.
So what if you didn't start right away and you're kind of stressed about covering the costs and you want to take it out of your retirement?
Yeah, well, you can take it out, but it's going to have to pay tax on that money when you take it out.
Got it.
Not tax on the money you already put in, because you already paid tax on that, but you'll pay tax on the interest. So it doesn't turn into a bad thing. And there are some ways we're talking about. I've heard Congress talk about turning that into an IRA for you, but I haven't seen anything finalized on that. But it's really, college education is expensive.
Yeah,
looking
absolutely.
at it. I started my daughter when she was born. We started putting a 529 together for her. I did Utah and North Carolina, and anytime a relative asked what they should get her, I said just make a check payable to her 529 plan. So we had some relatives give money, and went like grandparents and uncles and aunts and all that, instead of useless toys that end up at yard sales.
So there are other ways to pay for college as well. You can get financial aid. You can take out loans.
You can do loans.
What is better?
You can do work study, which I think working, I did better in school when I was working than when I was not working, because you manage your time better.
Right.
I had a roommate, I would leave to go to work. He was sitting on the couch watching TV. I'd get back from work, he was sitting on the couch watching TV. I'd go to class, he was still watching TV. And so he basically flunked out.
Oh, boy.
Because he didn't manage his time good.
Right.
So his parents were paying for everything, he didn't appreciate it. So there's a little bit of aspect there that if you pay a little bit, you appreciate it more.
So if we do end up having to take out a loan, what are the best loans to take advantage
of? There's some Stafford loans, there's some different grants. I mean, I would look for grants before loans. Grants you don't have to pay back.
Right.
So like a lot of colleges have unclaimed grants, and you don't realize it. So the internet's a great tool for that. Look up grants, but don't fall for dirty tricks. Don't pay somebody for that information.
Any advice on how to get financial aid?
Yeah, well, again, meet with a financial planner who's competent in that, looking at the financial situation and then looking at what you might qualify for. It's a waste of time to try to apply for things you don't qualify for. We'll do that for anybody who calls, by the way.
Yeah, I was going to ask you.
Yeah, we can do that.
If anybody wants to have this conversation with you, how can they get a hold?
It's important. You can also utilize the Roth IRA for things like this, and there's other ways to do it than just trying to look at a loan for the college or whatever. There's some really good scholarships out there, too, that go unclaimed again, so because people don't apply. So they can call us, they can text us. Texting CBS 17 to 21,000 works. CBS 17, 21,000, or call the number on the screen.
All right. Thank you so much, Coach.
Thanks.
Always a pleasure having you.
No stranger to wet weather, and we've had our fair share of rain. So let's make sure our homes are staying dry. We're happy to welcome Jim Taylor to the show today. He's the general manager over at Hallmark Roofing. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me, Joanna.
Yes. So what should we be doing regularly as homeowners to make sure that we don't have any small or big water problems that could become even bigger problems?
Yeah, we've had a lot of rain recently, and of course, there's simple things that homeowners can do. A lot of people do it already.
Okay.
It's the normal things like making sure that you're getting your roof inspected, making sure that you're getting at least every 6 months or after a major storm, whether it be wind or, in our case, rain on top of rain on top of rain.
Right.
So make sure that you're getting it inspected. Look around your vents. Water tends to pool, takes a path of least resistance, so it tends to pool up. Gravity will pull it down, so you can find, you could have a leak in the roof, up towards the top, but then it shows up around the vent in a bathroom or around the HVAC register in a bedroom. So look around that, look for different discoloration of the paint. Obviously, everyone pretty much knows what a water spot is, so kind of look for that stuff. The tough part about leaks is that like if you're familiar with any kind of, if you ever go to a chiropractor because you have a bad back, they say, well, if you're coming here for the pain, it's already too late. You should have been.
There's something else going on.
You should have had that taken care of a long, long time. You should have come and got the adjustment.
Yeah, by the time it gets into your house, right, it's already seeped through a lot of house to get there.
That's correct.
So again, you're looking for those water spots, the bubbling of the paint. Obviously, soaked carpets is a pretty big sign.
Usually a leak, it's like water dripping down is, everyone knows those, and but a lot of times the water will sit on top of the drywall, the plaster, and it'll sit there for a while before it actually gets through.
Really soak in. So what are the places that people are forgetting to look? What are some of those places that, you know, homeowners are like, oh, I never thought to really check there?
Yeah, believe it or not, everyone believes that if you have a leak, if you have a leak, it's going to show up on the first floor, but or excuse me, the second floor. But a lot of times you can get water running down pipe chases if you have a leaky gasket around your pipes that come through the roof. The water can run all the way down, and it can actually show itself in the first floor or the basement. So rooms that you wouldn't think, that would be further away from the leak itself or from the roof. Check those rooms, and really, anywhere that you. No place is safe from water when it wants to.
You're not easing any of my worries over here. So if we find some signs of water damage, what is the first thing we should do? Should we call the contractor or should we call the roofing company?
Yeah, call the roofing company. There's a lot of really good contractors out there, but just like anything else, you want to find someone who specializes in diagnosing the problem and mitigating the problem to make sure that everything that there's some tricks to the trade that we know that may be a little bit more advanced.
Absolutely, you want to fix that problem from the top down, right? You don't want to fix all your drywall but not handle what's going on upstairs.
Well, those who build a house know that you have to start from the foundation and work your way up. Well, when you're repairing a house, we start from the roof and work our way down. Once the roof's fixed, then everyone can kind of take a breath and know now that we can move to the next thing. But yeah, you could fix drywall or a ceiling or a vent, but if it'd be fine. But as long as if the roof is still damaged, you're going to get the same leaks over and over.
Got to get to the root of the problem. So what can Hallmark Roofing do for us to kind of ease some of our concerns?
Yeah, give us a call. We'll come out and do free roof inspections. We check all of your all of those pipe chases. We check all of the different accessories on the roof. We're looking for any kind of cracks, any kind of wind damage, hail damage that can obviously lead to water damage down the road and lead to leaks. Looking for any missing shingles. So give us a call. We'll come out, do a free inspection, and make sure that you're at least taken care of.
Perfect. So where can people go for all the information and to get in touch with you guys?
The easiest way is just to go to our website, hardbeckroofing.com, and that's going to be, you'll find everything you need right there.
All right, perfect. Thank you again so much.
Thank you, Joanne.
In a new year doesn't have to be boring or bland. It can be beautiful, colorful, and as tasty as this. We're at Bonefish Grill in Raleigh making a perfect salmon and mango salsa dish, right, Chris?
Yes, absolutely. This is something that you can do at home, and we're just here to hopefully help you with that. We'd already have one prepared for you, the magic of TV, but we're going to show you exactly how to do it at home as well.
So where are we at right now with the
So we're ready for the seasons. You can just sprinkle on a little salt, pepper, and Old Bay.
A little pepper.
Yep.
Actually, I like a lot of pepper.
There you go.
Sprinkle
However you like.
Okay, now we got some salt. And then do this right
Old
here.
Bay, yes ma'am.
Old Bay, here we come. Boom. So when can I flip this thing?
Well, it looks like it's about ready, yeah. As soon as you get crispy in about 3 or 4 minutes on one side, then you can take it. And
all right,
if you need some help, I can help you.
I have faith in myself. I think we left it a little bit too long.
It's just crispy on the bottom. I want that skin to get nice and crispy.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. Come on, baby, flip. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Boom.
Perfect. Uh-oh.
That's why you got to be very careful.
Yeah. So then you can pull the skin off. It comes off easily when it's crispy like that.
So do I pull the skin off?
Yeah. You can just go ahead and pull it right on off.
Let me see.
There you go. And then I've got a plate here. You can just dump that in.
Can I dump that right there?
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. Wow, that looks beautiful and tender. That looks so delicious, guys. I cannot wait to eat this. Am I just letting it sit?
Yeah, it looks like it's about ready. I would go ahead and, you want to go ahead and plate it?
Yeah, can we plate it? Okay. Sure, you can help me. I don't want to break anything.
Let's just,
Here, I'll hold this for you.
Spatula will probably be a little bit easier.
Oh, look at that. That is beautiful. Look at that color.
Yeah, it looks good. Did a great job.
All right, guys, it's time to make the mango salsa now. What's the first thing we do?
Well, you want to start with adding your mangoes.
Okay,
Yeah.
of course, the number
Dump
one
those
ingredient.
in.
Love me some mangoes.
A little bit of red pepper.
Love red peppers.
Little red onion.
Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, and then you're gonna mix your Thai sweet chili in there.
And this is what ties it all together.
Yep. Then you're gonna just toss that really well, and then once it's tossed, you're gonna sprinkle your cilantro and green onions on top. Once you're done, you can add as much as you like on top of your salmon.
Oh man, I love a lot of salsa. I am a salsa eater. And when you add mango to it, oh, you gotta add a lot. So how does that look?
It looks amazing. You did a great job.
Okay,
Perfect.
Thank you. What are you guys doing for COVID and safety precautions?
Yeah, we have a daily wellness check for all of our staff. They have to check in with the manager before they're allowed to work. Everyone's required to wear a face mask and gloves. We do have sanitation spots around the restaurant, and we do have someone that's constantly wiping frequently touched areas such as doorknobs, tables, chairs, and booths.
Well, it sounds like you guys are all doing the right things here. Just thank you so much for having me out today. This looks so good. So, guys, I'm going to have to let you go because it's time for me to dig in.
There you go.
Ooh.